Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Terra Odyssey. I'm actually out in my garden again because I have started to make this video 4 or 5 times. Each time, no kidding, each one of the cats decided to start a skirmish with another cat. Or I set up on this table, I had it all beautifully decorated, and the king came in, knocked everything over. Then I have a nice granite counter, set everything up there. My daughter comes out, Mom, I need to make breakfast. Stopped that. Went to another area, and then it was just like it was start and stop, and I said, you know what, you need to pack up and go outside. And this is what I'm talking about when we need to realign our energy, because I was like just a couple minutes into the video, my daughter came in the kitchen. I knew I was going to have to stop, and I was like, my brain was talking to me while I was talking, and it was saying, you have two choices here. You can get angry at her for her having no idea what's going on anyway, because she just woke up. Or you can just pick up the camera and say, you know what, it's beautiful, go do this outside. Because this is all about realigning, and resetting our energy and not getting frustrated and learning from past lessons. And I have learned that as a creative, and you guys probably know this as well, that things don't always go smoothly. So when we start a process, if we can't see it start to finish, there's no need for us to get upset or worked up about it. We simply just start over. Because one of the reasons I love being outside, not only because it's warm and it's beautiful, but there's certain things that happen on weekends. It's like you'll be mid-read and somebody will start a lawnmower, or somebody's dog will go crazy, or the wind will pick up. So there's all these elements, but I'm like, you know what? I love the energy of outside, and it's very calming. I already feel calmer. So I hope you're all doing well and life is treating you good, and you're having a mellow week. And happy June, it's here. So this is part of what this read is, like what the energy of June that's coming in for us. So we have a 3-card choice. We have Knot of Isis, we have Cartouche, and we have Temple of Lapis Lazuli. I love the Knot of Isis, so I'm going to begin with that. And that's saying, that you're under spiritual guidance and protection of divine feminine at this time. So part of your high destiny in this lifetime is to heal and to flourish through divine feminine energy. It comes in many forms, especially that truly resonate and hold meaning for you. This healing is going to happen on your personal path and may well be part of the work that you offer in service to the world as well, and also how you live your life. I feel like a lot of you are you understand and read tarot and oracle. You're Reikis, you're healers, you're people that are trying to spread the word that we can always lift ourselves and others around us, if we just relax. As I was saying before, how we have all these strange interruptions. Like all of a sudden my neighbors just decide it's a good time to have really loud conversations. But luckily the microphone, I think, doesn't pick up all that stuff. So I feel for some people this may simply be knowing that love for the divine feminine, whether man or woman, is a key part of your spiritual journey in this lifetime. That it's your important spiritual task just to love. Be here and be loved, be committed to growing conscious awareness and how to best express that love and respect everybody in a very loving and healing way. And the feminine energy is always about that restful, receptive energy where you're listening and watching for clues. But I feel right now that you're bringing light and harmony into your world. There really is no distinction between soul and your body anyway. It's a magnificent, luminous, joyful state of wonder that we're all trying to embody. And when we can bring forth unconditional love, that's what happens. It's like we're ready, we open our eyes, we grow strong, we take our place in this high spiritual destiny, and everybody benefits from it. I really love that, and I feel like that's some of the energy you're coming into. So I'm going to pull you your Ascended Master card, which is Helios and Citrine. And it's saying it's your time to shine. Don't hide. When we decide that we have some answers, or we want to share things with people, and, we're feeling fruitful and things are growing, and we want to become part of the consciousness, part of that is sharing and not being afraid. If you have a poem that you wrote and you want to put it up online, or you have a book, start sharing with people that have that aspect of, feminine receptivity, where they want to help and share it with others, where they'll read it and they'll talk about it to others, because it's all about exposure, right? Really go out and shine. I feel like a lot of these people, you're on the verge of success. You understand what it is to put your heartfelt energy and creativity into things, and you're really delving deep. And this is some of the things it's going to provide for you right now. The Star Sapphire talks about peace, having a peace of mind, peace in your soul, feeling content. I've got to say, the second I stepped outside, I started to feel that. When I hear birds, I become very relaxed and at peace. So you're going to have insights into the intentions of others, which is really important in your journey because it helps you sort of resonate with peace and tranquility, knowing that, people are just trying to forge ahead in their own lives. They're not trying to conflict with yours or give you hardships. They're simply trying to move along on their journey as well. And when we realize that, we have a lot of sympathy and empathy for people, right? We feel more blessed by faith and hope, and we have courage and faith in our destiny, right? We have protective angels all over the place all the time. So, we're going to gain a different perspective and reach a deeper understanding of what our life is really meant for. It's not about acquiring all this materialistic goods or trying to compete with people. It's simply really digging deep and finding those answers. And people with their heart chakras opening right now, they might feel a little blasé about things, like those things that used to make them feel good and rich and accomplished no longer do, like the acquisition of things. What is that? I mean, we just want to pile clothes and shoes and handbags sky high. I don't think that really offers us any soul deep journey messages. A blue jay just came on my fence. I'm so excited. I have this birdseed that's just in a big pile right near me, and I'm trying to lure them over like a sneaky witch. So anyway, I feel like it is your time for growth and understanding, and you're really going to step into that element, and you're going to have faith and balance and just say, you know what? I really matter. I value myself. I value my opinions. It does not matter how, who, what, when, where, why, opinions of anybody, the direction anyone else is taking. It is simply my journey, and I am going to value it with all my heart. And, we don't have to expose and share everything we do either, whether social media or anybody else. It's our journey. If we have some great insights, it's wonderful to share. But again, regard your audience wisely. If it's people that are quite unenlightened and they just kind of get you aggravated, there's no reason to share with that. We're talking about high vibrational people, receptive people, and you're going to have great conversations with people like that and get some rich insights from them as well. I feel like it's just time to become springboards for each other's ideas and help one another. So really great energy, Group 1. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below if you need a private read or whatever suits your fancy. So Cartouche, it's funny, in this cauldron, I'm constantly trying to get stuff balanced in here. And as soon as I sat down, like the wind started to pick up. It's really hot where I am. I'm wearing white linen, and it's like I'm still, my head is hot from the sun, and it's only like 11 o'clock in the morning or something. So I'm really getting ready for some serious heat later today. Everybody wants to go biking, but it's like I want to sit under a tree, drink some iced tea, and read for a while and relax because I've had a couple crazy days. So I love this cartouche. This is talking about divine names of power. So this is now an initiation for you to step into some special mysteries, the use of sacred annotations maybe. The words that we speak are rapidly gaining power, so when we use them wisely, we can really start to manifest things for ourselves. They can poison stuff unintentionally if we're using negativity and low vibration, so we should be really careful with that. You're being initiated into the divine healing tradition of Isis, so it works by honoring our words and our determination combined with the skill of speaking words of power, okay, that cause us to thrive and cultivate a life worthy for us, right? It's like we know about those. They're mantras. And oftentimes when I'm in my car, if things get really crazy and people are driving nuts, I will start to just do chants that just kind of, I feel like they protect my process of driving and they're relaxing. So really affirm your thought of speech. Choose to see the divine in people, places, and things that you're at. And with this approach, your gift will grow strong, and so will its effect. Your intentional and unintentional will clean and help and be helpful as possible to you. It's a great force of peace and love and balance for yourself, so you can really remove any essences of pain within you and derive light, hope, and direction for sure. So I'm going to also pull you one of these, and you have picture jasper, and this is about your artistry. And life is filled with artistry and everything from cooking to the way we speak to the aesthetic we create around each other. Like this morning I was looking at French chateaus and beautiful pastries and all of that, because I just love the aesthetic of all that, the patisseries and the cafes. And I was like, you could create that in your back garden. You get a little table, and everything's like really beautiful pastels over there, but it's about that, the artistry. Right, this is about you being connected with the energy of the earth. Your third eye is opening and is becoming receptive. Your creative channel is clear and flowing right now. So your creative gifts are going to materialize. So get that pen, start writing down, start listing what you'd like to accomplish. Get your brushes if you want to paint. Music, start listening to that. Write your music if you want. Start sharing and too. I love using other people as springboards and soundboards off. Well, what do you think of this idea? Because what happens is other like-minded people can activate more creativity within you, for sure. And it helps develop your creative gifts and express it through your spiritual side as well. A lot of people can suffer writers and artists block if they get overwhelmed or inundated or distracted. Like, that's very true of me. If I'm starting to set the aesthetic for the read and I have to start and stop 15 times, I have to remove myself actually from that room and do it in another room, because I'll have created like a frustrated energy right there, and until I cleanse it and breathe, it's, and it has to dissipate. It really does. It's almost like if people are arguing in a room and you walk in and you feel that energy, right? So it's like we need to renew. And I feel like with this particular card too, you're ready to transform and go on this artistic path and really follow your whimsy, right? And I feel like a lot of serendipitous events are going to happen, which is going to expose your gifts to other people, and it's going to help set you on a path of recognition for it as well. So right now you have the Divine Rebel card too, Ascended, Mastered, Kuan Yin, and Pearl. So the Divine Rebel, I love this because I always equate this with you being a total original, doing whatever you want, dressing how you want, saying and expressing yourself in the way you want to feel, of course being respectful and mindful of other people, but really getting out there and, being your absolute authentic self. And I feel like you're stepping into that beautifully. Sometimes it takes a little conversion. We want to be cool, calm, and energized, but we also want to be received well in certain groups. But that doesn't mean in order to acclimate that we have to dissimulate. We can totally still be ourselves. First, we sort of just watch, engage the temperature of the room and the people around us. What do they respond well to? What do they sort of, what seems iffy? I mean, if you're in a high Christian group, I'm not going to come out and start talking about all the healing forms of crystal and, paganism and all of that. You know what I mean? We speak sort of to our audience, right? But doubts and fears and weariness that were around you are going to start to fall away, and you're going to establish these new friendships with people that are in your tribe too. I definitely feel that. So that's beautiful energy, group 2. Love and light to you. I'm very excited for you. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. So now we're going to go on to Temple Lapis Lazuli, and that's probably my number one favorite stone. It's the communication stone. And if you see any of the shrines, temples, pyramids, the Egyptian gods and goddesses, they're always totally wreathed in lapis lazuli. That stone comes from that area of the world. A great deal of it is generated from Afghanistan as well, and it's just beautiful. It has little inclusions of gold in it. It's remarkable. I have some really great runes with that. So the temple of lapis lazuli is talking about, goddess of the ancient skies. And I'm just going to get a little tidbit from the book. I like to see certain words pop out, and then I just kind of channel through that, because I like to, use some of the artists' words that are the authors of these books. And I want to thank Christina Lawson again for these lovely cards. They're really, really great. So this speaks how your soul is very ancient. It's loved. It doesn't only herald from the earth. It holds much special wisdom from, star civilizations. It's our own inner knowing. I've always been so fascinated by space. Like, if I go on any of those channels that have things on nebuluses or black holes, I'm gone. I'm gone for 48 hours. Nobody even talked to me. I need to know. I mean, the whole premise of other civilizations out there is so striking to me. It's really, really cool. I love it. So this is talking about, offering you guidance right now. And remember who you are within. Don't try to fit in with external models of how we're supposed to be in this world. If you're here to help in a new way that's more aligned with spiritual truth, then go for it in your own unique way. Your heart's going to expand when you have your message. I mean, there's so many people out there, unfortunately. It's like they can spread a word, but it's almost like it's recycled, rehashed words of others. I feel like when people just sit down and they speak from their heart, there is an original robust strength to it. You know what I mean? They're not saying anything from rote. That's why sometimes when I used to go to different churches with my friends, I felt like, why are we always just reading pages out of the Bible? Once you read it once, it's memorized, and you're pretty much hearing the same thing over and over. Like, I love the revivalist church when people just get up and they speak from their heart and stuff like that, where it's soul speaking, it's spirit speaking, it's not a book speaking, right? I feel like right now that you understand guidance doesn't always have to make logical sense on a higher level. It's a divine logic, and it fits in with your truth, and you just work with that magic that's there for you because you have an understanding. I feel like I'm in Africa or Egypt right now because it's about 90 degrees, and this is Connecticut. It's so weird. So now we're on to moonstone rhythms, and this is very important. I try to work with the rhythms of my natural energy too when I'm at my highest and my happiest. When I first wake up, that's when I go on Instagram, and feel free to come see me over there at Sparkwist11. I start doing my posts and my readings and all my funny memes and everything over there early before anything has descended on my day, so I have a fresh approach to it. So this is talking about being balanced and you being in the rhythms of the moon, your hormones in sync with nature, you're in tune with your creative feminine energies, and each lunar cycle brings change, and it really does. As you can tell, new moons and then all those things, how we can sometimes fluctuate and feel really caring and giving and loving, and then other times we absolutely need solitude and to rest and relax and never feel bad for that. Where you're following your cycles, and it's important because we feel that we can be strengthened and renewed for time alone. We need reflection. We need rebalance, right? And there are times where we feel more vulnerable, to whatever other people's opinions, what's going around. I don't like overly harsh sounds or loud noises, so I don't like crowded like restaurants and cafes, especially when people are there are getting very showy and attention seeking and they're speaking very loudly. It's distracting to me. So I almost wish, well, a lot of people do this too, but I feel weird and I've never done it. I never go out to a public place and put on headphones and listen to music and watch people. I like to hear what's going on. That's my most sensitive facet to me, and I'm clairaudient. So I feel like if what is going on around me is blocked out, it's a weird sensation where half of the world does that. They put on earphones and they go through. I need to hear what's going on around me. It's really weird. But I feel like right now you can transform any negativity into positive thoughts and actions right now, because you realize, you're a valuable friend and you should be appreciating who you are. You're going to feel more and more aligned and balanced in your natural rhythms. You're going to be attracting good fortune. You're going to be aware of your self-worth, and you're going to feel more confident. Yeah, see, look, original self. So the Ascended Master White Matthew of Dambarite is saying your original self. This is coming through. This is a Crystal Master 333. When your original self and you step into that, you feel all the healing energies of the universe. You work with that. You realize your psychic abilities. You start to tap into them. You see, you feel more the approach of angelic help and guidance when we slow down and we focus. There'll be deepening of romances for you because your desire for this connectivity is palpable, and what's happening is you're manifesting it because you're honoring your intuition and what it's telling you. I also feel like you're going to have more increased love and compassion for other people. You'll feel flooded with the soft loving energy because you realize that beauty and love surround you, and when we tap into that and we watch it and we feel it, we become different, right? We become more in tune with source, and our senses become really animated as well, and we become stronger and a more integrated, balanced person with everything around us. So that's really beautiful energy. I also feel like right now I'm going to pull one more card for you because you have the Revelation card, and I feel blue obsidian. That's really beautiful that you're going to have some epiphanies and revelations of things that seemed almost near impossible before. But now when we realize that every opportunity is out there for us, every conceivable gift is available to us when we hone in, we focus, and we look for it. Mine is always, my biggest thing I look for is peace of mind, because my mind goes very quickly. It's always trying to create. I have a big filled agenda every single day. So it's like I look for those moments of peace and balance. And when I don't overthink it, there's this lovely lady, and I love her, and she talks about the 5-second rule. It's saying our consciousness and our mind can talk us out of anything in 5 seconds, whether it's helpful or not. So instinctively, if you get an intuitive hit that says, go do this, get up and move before your brain can or ego can interject and talk you out of it. Say if it says, go up and start your day instead of laying in bed for hours and hours, just get up immediately and start making your coffee. If it says go outside, that's a big natural angelic help and pull. Go out into nature. Just get up and go sit on your front doorstep or anything, so you're breathing fresh air and you're not surrounded by what you think your coulda, woulda, shouldas, right? You're just now in the moment, and let it guide you and really listen to it. And it's so helpful. So it's basically saying if you act on that impulse within 5 seconds, that you're intuitively guiding yourself to your best headspace and heart space, as opposed to your brain and your logic saying, well, I need to. You don't need to do anything, but you should make yourself feel good, relaxed, and calm. And your intuition and your heart will always try to lead you there. So get on that track before your head can talk you out of. So next time your thing says, go buy flowers, and then just get up and go do that before you hear, or go pick flowers, as opposed to your brain going, well, first you got to go get up and put your shoes on. You know what I mean? How our logic self will make everything seem like such a big deal, and it's really not. But I feel like this vibrancy is coming in for you, where everything that was annoying to you is simply going to fall away and be released, because you're reaching for the good, the gold, the bright, the shining, and the helpful. So those are your messages. Wow, all these birds are all around me. It's so beautiful out here. So love and light to you. When I'm talking to you, I'm just going to show you like what's going on in my yard. Ooh, my yard. I got all the birds over here. I have a really remarkable yard. Okay, so love and light to you guys. All my links are down below.